Hey there, everybody. Welcome in. This is Nancy from Rise Higher Astrology, and I hope that you're having a fabulous day so far. Welcome to the weekend. It is May 3rd, and I'm here to give you a little bit of a report about the energies that's coming in for the 3rd and the 4th so that you can have the best weekend. So, I'm bringing this to you in sidereal astrology form. Why sidereal charts? Because this is the true location of the planets astronomically. And I am sending this out specifically for my Western astrologer friends because you need to know both sides of the story. So, Western astrology and sidereal Vedic astrology, they both work because the aspects are the same in both chart systems, but the sidereal system is where the planets have they're in their true signs, and dignity matters. The dignities, what signs the planets are in, especially now, is extremely important. So let's get right into it. So May 3rd, today is Saturday, and the moon has stepped into the sign of Cancer, as you can see down at the bottom of the chart. And the moon is in the nakshatra, the lunar mansion called Pushya. Now, the moon is really comfortable here in the sign of Cancer because it rules Cancer. The challenge today that we're having is you can see that the moon is almost conjunct a debilitated Mars. Mars is still in Cancer in the sidereal chart. And when the moon is this close to Mars, even though the moon feels great in Cancer, it's going to feel very sensitive. It's going to feel a little bit insecure. And you'll also notice that Mars is still making that 180-degree opposition to Pluto. It's starting to come off of that exact conjunction, thankfully, because Mars opposition Pluto, that's very tense energy. And Pluto is starting to slow down because on the 5th of May, it stations. So we are in a situation this weekend where you should probably stay away from having tense conversations with your significant other. And I've already had a few friends and others come to me saying, "What is going on? I can't stop fighting with my husband. I can't stop arguing with people at work. What is going on?" So, yes, today and tomorrow, you want to stay away from any sort of confrontation. Wait until Monday to have those conversations with people. What today is really good for, though, is working at in your projects. Today is Saturday. Saturday is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is about discipline, it's about getting things done. And the sun sits 10 houses from the moon. Remember, the moon represents not just your emotions, it represents the public and the emotions of the public. So, we're going to be taking a look at all the planets and how they sit relative to where the moon is located because we're using the moon as the ascendant with these daily reports. So, the sun does sit 10 places from the moon, and it's exalted in Aries. So if you want to start a project today for your work, it would be a great day to do so. You also have all of these planets. The stellium that's still in Pisces sits 9 places from the moon, and the ninth house is all about, well, it's all about, you know, uh, introspection. It's about spirituality. So if you don't feel like working on a project, what you can do is sit quietly for a while, do some introspection, maybe meditate, go and take a walk if you're close to water. The stellium is in a water sign. Go take a long walk by the water. and think a little bit and get closer to nature. This would be a great day for that, especially where it's sunny. You also have Jupiter, which is 11 houses from the moon, and this is about friendship circles. So today, tonight would be a great time to get together with some friends. Just keep the conversation light. Don't get into any heavy subjects. You don't want to offend each other tonight. Tonight's just about having fun and letting loose and being free. Now, tomorrow, Sunday, the 4th, is going to be a little bit different than today because the moon is going into the lunar mansion nakshatra called Ashlesha. And Ashlesha is it can be a challenging nakshatra, but people who have a lot of Ashlesha in their birth chart, they're really good at talking and convincing and arguing their case. So, if there's something that you want to ask of someone, tomorrow would be a good day to do it. Moon and Ashlesha. The other thing that we have going on is you'll see here in the stellium that Mercury, even though it still sits in the sign of Pisces in the sidereal chart where it is debilitated, Mercury is in the nakshatra Revati. And this makes it good for traveling. Mercury, besides representing things like communication and thought, Mercury is also the planet that represents travel. So if you want to take a small road trip tomorrow, that would be great for you to do. And remember to just be light this weekend. Be light. Don't take things too seriously. If somebody wants to give you constructive criticism, just nod your head, take it with a grain of salt, and just realize that the moon is really sensitive right now. So this is all about this weekend. I guess it would be all about detachment and not taking things too personally and being light. All right. All right. So have a great weekend. I will see you again on Monday. Monday is the day that Pluto will be stationing. So we'll talk to you then. All right. Good luck, love, and light to all of you.